Hello friends and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that's most likely happened to all of us. We've overslept, or perhaps a dog threw up, or we got an important call from our sister. So we're running late for a Zoom call, a meeting, or an event. Life just happens, right? So what can we do to speed up, multitask, or pare down our makeup routine so we can stay cool, calm, and unflappable and still look great? Or maybe we just want to spend less time on our makeup in general. Well, I have some tips today that I think will definitely help, and I'll be sharing them as I get ready. But before we give these tips a go, let me say a big welcome back to those of you who are returning, and a welcome also to those of you who are new to this channel. As a makeup artist for the past 9 years, I've specialized in helping those of us over 50 get our glow back. As one 45-year-old woman said to me as I was doing her makeup, I want to feel alive and not invisible. I want my look to match how I feel inside. I heard another makeup artist once say the act of making an effort not only tells everyone that you're still in the game, but it also keeps you interested in playing, which I think is a wonderful way to put it. After all, we all know how trying out a new hairstyle or putting on a new flattering outfit can absolutely lift our spirits and brighten our mood. And that's what this channel is all about, focusing on the makeup tips, techniques, and product ideas that help us look our best now and which lift our spirits. So if this approach piques your interest, please subscribe before you leave today. And now, on to the tips, products, and tools that can minimize the time it takes to maximize our look. The first thing we can do is to use products that do double duty. In other words, products that will accomplish two things or work in two or more areas of our face. The first product that I'll use that accomplishes two things is for our brows. If we need a product to both fill in the brows and keep brow hairs in place, a tinted brow gel is a great way to go since it both applies color and holds brow hairs in place. I'm going to go ahead and use the ABH Dip Brow Tinted Brow Gel on my brows. I'm starting in the middle because I have the most product on the applicator at this point. And then I'll go toward the front of the brow where I don't want quite as much product. Now, this will not give me a look that I would use if I were, for instance, going out to an event or something important, but it fills my brows in enough so at least it's covering most of the white and the gray and making them look a lot less sparse. And to be honest with you, I think this product has dried out a bit, so I am in need of a new one. So I'm probably not getting the color payoff that I normally would. But as you can see, it is definitely helping. There's definitely a big difference between this brow and this brow. Another good product is this one from Charlotte Tilbury. What I love about this one is the size of the tip. As you can see, it's really small, so it's very easy to get into all areas of the brows. Another common type of double-duty makeup product that works on two areas of our face is one that will work on both our lips and our cheeks. Many companies make products like these, but let me highlight just a few that I think are especially good. And you'll find links to all of the products that I'll be talking about today in the description box below the video under the words "Show More." If you're interested in clean beauty products, Ilia makes a great multi-stick like this one that can be used on lips and cheeks. It comes in 8 different colors, and here are 3 of them: Ladybird, At Last, and Tenderly. Ladybird's at the top, At Last is underneath it, and then Tenderly is the lightest pink color at the bottom. Another clean beauty brand, RMS, makes what they call lip-to-cheek products, which come in 7 different shades. Let me share 3 of them with you: Demure, which is a light pink, and Modest, a salmon pink, and Elusive, which is described as burnt berry with a hint of plum. Demure is at the top, Modest is underneath Demure, and then Elusive is at the very bottom. I'll be applying blush a little bit later after I do foundation. Many other brands also make similar products. There's Bobbi Brown's Pot Rouge, Milk Makeup's Lip and Cheek, Clinique's Chubby Stick Cheek Balm, Nars' Multiple, and Pixie Sheer Lip and Cheek Gel. The second thing we can do to make our application faster is to use a palette that includes several different types of products in it. For instance, Dominique Cosmetics makes this Transitions palette, which is primarily an eyeshadow palette, but it was designed to be a multi-purpose palette because some of these colors can also be used to fill in our brows, to work as contour and blush, and 2 of the colors can also be used to brighten the under eye area. And one of these days I'm going to do an entire look using just this one palette. Around the holidays, IT Cosmetics offers a multi-purpose palette they called a book. It's a combination of powder and cream products, but primarily powder. And I did do a video featuring an entire look from this palette, and I'll link it in the description box below. And when you open it up, here's what this entire book looks like. 2 other smaller multi-purpose options are from RMS Beauty and Makeup Forever. RMS makes this quad of 3 cream highlighters plus a bronzer. And Makeup Forever has this all-cream Pro Sculpting Face palette, which comes in light, medium, tan, and dark. Now, my dream would be to have a company make a palette like the IT Cosmetics palette that only has cream products. And it would be wonderful if it were also magnetized, so you could choose the colors that go in the palette that would work the very best for you. I think I'll have to dream for a long time on that one. Now let's move on to the eyes. I've already applied eye primer, but instead of using powder eyeshadow, I'm going to use my Tarte Quick Stick Cream Eyeshadow Sticks, which take much less time to apply. Many different brands make cream eyeshadow sticks, but probably the best known cream stick eyeshadow products are from Laura Mercier. Her Caviar Stick eyeshadows come in 43 different shades, with 5 different finishes from matte to metallics to intense. Other really good cream stick eyeshadow brands include Bobbi Brown, Nudestix, and Makeup Forever. Less expensive stick cream eyeshadow options are available from e.l.f., NYX, and Colourpop. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the eyeshadow, which is on one end of the Quick Stick, and this Quick Stick is made by Tarte. The other end is an eyeliner. So I'm going to apply this right in the crease of my eye. And then just use my finger to gently blend it out. Now you could also use a brush, but it's really quick and easy just to use a finger. And this blends so easily that the finger works perfectly. And then on this side. Now I'm going into the crease and slightly above the crease since I have hooded eyes. And I'm at an awkward angle because I'm trying to reach over my lapel microphone so I don't make a lot of clicking noises for you. Then I'm taking the light color, which is a matte cream, and I'm going to apply that actually on my lid area just to brighten it up a bit. But if you really want to stick with powder eyeshadow, a product called a color switch can really help speed the powder eyeshadow application process. It's basically a textured mitt or a pad that can remove makeup from a brush, so the same brush can be used again to apply another color. This happens to be a color switch product from Sigma, but there are many different brands that make this kind of product. This probably isn't showing up terribly well because it's black, but there are all kinds of textured parts to this Sigma pad. All you do is swirl the brush around on the mitt or pad to remove any color on it, and then the brush is ready to dip into another color. This means that it's not necessary to have multiple brushes during an eyeshadow application, and it also saves time and money later, since only one brush needs to be cleaned. The best way to bring attention to our eyes and add some definition is to use eyeliner. And one of the quickest methods to apply eyeliner is to tightline, which involves applying eyeliner on the upper waterline of the eye. But if that's a technique that's not comfortable for you, and I well understand if it's not, another option is to rub an angle brush against one of the darker cream stick eyeshadows so it can be applied as eyeliner. And if the eyeshadow sticks have tips that are small enough, you can certainly use them directly as eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead and tightline with my Tarte eyeliner. Just going to lift my lid and just get as close to the lash line as I can. These just glide on, so it's really quite easy to do. And then I'm just going to hold it open for a minute because that helps prevent transferring down to the lower lid. So I think you can see quite a difference between these two eyes, the one where I've tightlined and the one where I have not tightlined. As you can see, this really didn't transfer down onto my lower lid, but if it had, all I do is take a Q-tip and then just clean it up. And as I mentioned earlier, I normally use the eyeliner end of my Tarte Quick Stick since it has eyeshadow on one end and eyeliner on the other, but I've used up the eyeliner end on all of my Quick Sticks. For mascara, I'm using my Honest Beauty mascara, which is another great multitasking product since it has lash primer on one end and mascara on the other. However, if I were really in a hurry, I would definitely skip the lash primer. But today, I'm going to go ahead and apply it. And one of these days, I am going to do a video where I actually apply my makeup in about 6.5 minutes. That gets a little nerve-wracking to do, but I think it's a valuable kind of video to do. At least I hope so. Well, the eyes are pretty much done, so now we'll move on to the face products. First, foundation. Stick foundations are definitely the quickest and easiest foundations to apply. I'm going to go ahead and use my Clean Beauty Merit Perfecting Complexion Stick, which is called the Minimalist. I like it especially because it's a combination foundation concealer. But there are some other really good stick foundations out there, including Bobbi Brown, Bare Minerals, Milk Makeup, and Hourglass. There are also some great drugstore stick foundations, including Maybelline Fit Me, Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and L'Oreal Paris Infallible. This is the Merit product. So I'm just going to quickly swipe it across the face. Give special attention where I need the most coverage, which is right down the middle of my face. Then I'm going to blend it in with my brush. And bring it down onto my neck. I think you can see what really great coverage this gives. And I'm going to put a little extra on my nose, which is always a difficult spot. And I'm just going to use my fingers to just sort of push it in so I get a little bit more coverage. For contouring, I'm going to be using the RMS Quad that I mentioned earlier that has a bronzer and 3 different highlighters. I'm just going to tap it on with my finger and then blend it in with my damp sponge. Do my jawline and a little bit on my forehead. Using the sponge really softens the look, so it looks really natural. It avoids the stripe down the side of the cheek look. If I had the right shade, I might also use Makeup by Mario Sculpting Stick in light medium, since it applies and blends easily as well. But unfortunately, it's been sold out for quite some time on both the Sephora and the Makeup by Mario sites. Other really good contour sticks include Fenty Beauty's Match Stick and Wet n Wild's Contour Stick. The Fenty Contour Stick is the light colored one, and the other one is from Wet n Wild. Charlotte Tilbury also makes a really wonderful contour wand, but it too, unfortunately, has been sold out, but it is on my wish list. Though I do love the blushes from Nudestix and Merit and Makeup by Mario, I'm going to go ahead and use Ilia's Multi-Stick in Tenderly, which we looked at a little bit earlier, as my blush. I'm rubbing my finger in it a little bit to warm it up, which will make it easier to apply. And I'm just going to dot it on here. As you can see, this is a really light flush, but it gives just enough color. Unfortunately, the lights tend to wash out color. When I look in my mirror, I'm seeing a good amount of blush, but it's not showing up as well, unfortunately, on camera. And then I'm just going to go over the edges with my sponge. Our next step is highlighter, and as you might imagine, a huge number of companies make good stick highlighters, including Benefit, Ilia, Milk Makeup, Jane Iredale, and e.l.f. And another one I really like is from Wet n Wild. But today I'm going to go ahead and use Merit's Day Glow Highlighting Balm because I love the soft glow it provides, as well as how quickly and easily it applies. And once again, I'm going to warm this up with my finger and then dot it on. And think you can immediately see the really soft, lovely glow it creates. And last, but certainly not least, lips. One way to cut back on the time it takes for lipstick application is to just use a lip liner to outline and slightly fill in the lips, and then just add a touch of gloss over it. Lip liners that really glide on easily include Revlon's Color Stay, Charlotte Tilbury's, and Urban Decay's. Another option is to skip lip liner altogether and use a lip balm if you don't have issues with lipstick feathering. Or another product that works really well is a long-lasting product like CoverGirl Outlast or Maybelline Superstay. This is because they don't require the application of a lip liner and they come with their own handy gloss. I'm going to go ahead and put on my Maybelline 24-Hour Superstay. I have two different colors here, and I think I'm going to go with the brighter one. And the name is so small in print that I can't read it, but when I edit, I will put this up on the screen for you. So as you can see, I decided to put the darker color over the lighter color to get a combination. I'm going to let this dry and then I'll put on the gloss over it. So as you can see, there's a lipstick end and a gloss end. So that wraps things up for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful. And if so, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. And in the comments section below, please share any products that you've found that speed up your makeup routine. And for those of you who would like to receive my weekly newsletter or learn more about makeup consultations on Zoom, simply drop me a note at boomerandbeyondbeauty@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you again next week, and until then, I wish you good health and happiness and hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.